Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining my channel, Walking into the Light. My name is Ryan Nolan. Thank you for joining this channel. If you like this video, please hit the like, subscribe, or notification bell. There's also a description box below with a donation link if you're interested in doing that. I greatly appreciate it. So let's just get right into it. The reason I wanted to put this video out there was because, we just had the 4th of July holiday, and I thought it would be fitting to talk about something that was along that theme of liberty and freedom. And, I think what I wanted to talk about was the idea of our souls being held captive by darkness on this planet, and how it's a beautiful time to be alive because everything is going to change now that God is here and God is saving us from the captivity that we've been enslaved by. And the reason I wanted to talk about it is because we as human beings are definitely asleep to this, because we have no idea the amount of torture that we've been put through when it comes to the captivity against our soul, because we have no point of reference to say what it feels like to be completely free as a human being. We have no point of reference. We don't know what it felt like. We've all had past lives. We've all reincarnated. Most of us have reincarnated here before. But the problem is we don't have any memory of those past lives in this current life. Therefore, we're only, remembering what's happened in this lifetime. And we have no ability to have a point of reference to say, this is what it totally feels like to be free as a human being. And the reason I say that is because I, at one time in my life, felt, captive, but I didn't know it until after I became completely free, which I feel now, and having the opportunity to look back and say, wow, I really was in an illusion, and that illusion kept me stuck in something that wasn't real, and that the fear and the anxiety that came from that illusion kept me unable to move forward and unable to expand my consciousness in a way that was necessary for me to really transform and become the highest version of myself, until I became as close as I have become with God. And I was able to receive information from Him through prayer and becoming very close to Him to understand, how to break free and how to transform myself through faith. And that's the only thing that I was really able to control, is the amount of faith that I had. And that's why I wanted to talk to you guys today, because I know that every single person here has struggled with this, because it's a human condition right now that we're facing in the world when it comes to, not believing enough in ourselves. And that's because, darkness that has plagued this world for a long, long time understood and still understands that in order to hold human beings captive within their soul, they have to believe that what they're experiencing at every moment in time is outside of themselves. Because when that happens, you don't live in the present moment. You start thinking more than you should. You overanalyze things. You start judging other people. You start making assessments that are based on illusions. And all of that creates an illusion, because like I said before, everything that's inside of you is projected out. So the only thing that's real is the consciousness within you at every present moment that is mirrored back to you from the world. So if you don't believe that you are everything that you experience, which is the truth, and you don't believe that you're, one with God at every moment, which is the truth, and you feel that you're separate but you feel that you're separate from the experience or consciousness, and you're separate from the people that you're interacting with at that moment in time, then fear and control is going to be reflected back to you from the universe. So darkness has understood that, and they have tried to hijack the human soul. And the human soul does not have fear, anxiety, depression, or any of those negative emotions inherent to the human soul. It's completely foreign. It doesn't exist when you're one with God and you live in truth, because there's nothing to be fearful of when you believe that everything you experience is yourself. Who would be fearful of themselves if they know that everything is them? They would not be. There'd be nothing to be afraid of. And that's the truth. When you're one with God and you're aligned in truth, then that truth will be reflected back to you, and you can live in the present moment without anything to worry about. But, like I said, darkness has understood that in order to hijack the human collective soul, they needed to create the illusion of separation. That's really what it comes down to. The illusion that what you are experiencing right now is outside of yourself. I'll bring up an example. We've all had experiences where we're maybe on a bus, we're maybe on a subway or something like that, and we're going somewhere, and we see someone that is doing stuff that we don't agree with. We might judge them, we might, look down upon them a little bit, even though we know deep in our conscious that we shouldn't do those things. It's something that just bubbles up to the surface that we may not be able to control, and our thoughts may go to places that we wouldn't really want it to go, but they do. That's just an example of a moment in time where the thought of something being outside of yourself is real, and it can overtake you, and that's why darkness, the devil, whoever you want to call him, he understands this, and he has created a world in which we all believe that we're separate. That's why music is so egotistical when it comes to how much money you make, how great you are compared to everyone else, putting other people down. You can go down the line when it comes to that kind of stuff. We've all listened to that type of music, and we know that it's low vibrational for a reason, because it separates you from everyone else in the world. And when that happens, you're controlled. You as a person limit yourself when you do that, because now you're saying, I am not everything that there is. I am my body. I'm only my body. And what is the consciousness that's going to be reflected back to you going to reflect? That you are only your body, and that everyone outside of you is separate from you, and you're going to be surrounded by people that look like people you would not associate with. And that's what happens. And you shrink in self-belief because your faith is decreasing. And that's exactly what the army of darkness has wanted in order to overtake the human collective soul. And I'm here to let you know that beautiful days are ahead of us, everybody, because God is here, and he's opening the doors of the gates of captivity to let us out. And that's happening right now as I speak. God is here. He's freeing us from this enslavement of our human soul, and he's allowing us to see just how much potential we have. And you're not going to believe it until it happens. But let me tell you, when you first get a taste of it, it's something that you're never going to not want. When you understand that there's nothing to fear, just imagine that. There's nothing to fear. Nothing. That everything is you. And that's going to happen in our lifetime, because God, like I said, is here opening the gates of captivity for us to come out. The only requirement is that every person now has to elevate their level of consciousness to understand that truth by increasing their faith. And the order to do that is by accepting everyone as yourself. That means the people that you normally may not associate with as someone you would typically hang out with, maybe start hanging out with people that you don't normally hang out with, just to see what their point of view is on certain things. Maybe you expand your mind on learning new subjects, because you thought before that wasn't something you would do. But like I said, you is an illusion. The version of you that you think is real is an illusion. And maybe you'll open up your mind to new ideas and subjects, and that will reconfirm what I'm saying right now, which is that you are so much more than you're giving yourself credit for, that you're able to learn new things and learn new subjects and hang out with people that you wouldn't normally hang out with, and have more fun than the version of yourself would right now. So this is what we have to look forward to. This is an amazing time to be alive. I'm just spreading some good news to everybody, because I know there's a lot of things out there in the world that can get people down, and there's so much to look forward to right now because of the energy shift that God has come back, and God has always been here, but God is here to save us by opening, like I said, opening up the gates of captivity, eliminating the darkness, eliminating the devil. And that's going to be something that's going to be happening soon, where the devil's going to be completely eliminated from the planet. And we'll be able to see how everyone is a version of ourselves, that every experience is a version of us. And we'll be able to live in that truth. And you as a person will transform before your eyes like you've never seen. Because like I said in past videos, we're all one energy. Just imagine we're all one energy at every present moment. If you can't accept in that present moment someone else, you're not accepting yourself, because we're all connected as one energy. But by accepting everybody, like I said, which is the way to salvation, if you accept everyone as yourself, you're going to allow yourself to transform. But you have to allow yourself to transform as well. You can't be fearful of the changes that you're seeing within yourself. So that's the beauty of it, is that you're going to see others elevate, and while they're elevating, you're going to be elevating, because everything is one. We're going to be expanding together. So that's what I have to say tonight. Hopefully everyone's having a great night. I'll put out some more videos here shortly, and God bless you. Be safe, and love you guys.